Thank you very much for meeting with us, Mr. Mertes. As the former director of the Konrad-Adenauer-Stiftung Israel office, you spent a number of years in Israel working on various cooperative initiatives, both in the academic and social society spheres. What would you say are some fruitful points of cooperation, according to your experience, between Germany and Israel, between Europe and Israel in general?
Well, the first thing I would like to say is that cooperation between Germany and Israel is very strong. I think this would have been completely unpredictable in the 1950s and the 1960s when we established our diplomatic relations. I think in every field you can really say this is a very good development in the field of cultural exchange, in the field of scientific cooperation, in the economic field, and also in the political field. I think one can say that Germany, the Federal Republic of Germany, is right now the strongest ally of Israel in Europe. Mm-hmm. As for the European Union, you can say by and large the same things. Although it has become very obvious to me during my tenure here in Israel that there are a lot of misunderstandings, and this is really a problem on both sides. Mm-hmm. I saw here in Israel that many people do not really understand what the European Union is all about. They do not understand why the European Union has the position it has on the two-state solution, and on the other side I can sense that in Europe people do not really understand Israel, so there's a lot to do about it.
And in which ways do you think we can get past these misunderstandings and misconceptions?
Well, I think it's really a matter of enabling people to meet one another. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the most interesting projects we, the Konrad-Adenauer-Stiftung, have been supporting here at BGU is the Bologna Training Center, because the Bologna Training Center is exactly focusing on how students from Israel, from the higher education space of Europe can really meet. And this is, I think, the most important thing, to focus our activities on people to people, especially among the young generation.
Thank you. And lastly, higher education is, of course, a very good sphere for the relations. I agree with you completely. Are there other areas that you would hope would have stronger relations, in which Europe and Israel would strengthen their ties?
Well, first of all, I think that at the municipal level, much more can be done. During my time here in Israel, we also cooperated with Israeli municipalities, and there is a real network of exchange at this level. It is not known to us in all the details, but I think this is another way of bringing people together. As far as scientific cooperation is concerned, economic cooperation is concerned, military cooperation is concerned, I think there is no need for a push. This works very well, and we are very well aware in Germany that, let's say, in terms of Nobel prizes, Israel is really playing in the World League, and it's very interesting for Germany, for the German scientific community, to have a close and good relationship with Israel.
Well, thank you very much again. We really appreciate your time.